Hey everyone, welcome to the Tech Talk. My name is Jonathan, and today I'm going to go over actually something different, separate from what we've been talking about the past few episodes regarding the smartphone industry. I'm actually going to talk about the cellular industry specifically because there's a lot going on in the world right now that a lot of people are not taking advantage of. There's so much going on in the prepaid realm in particular, where we're seeing a lot of low cost options for customers where they can take advantage of pretty much the same basic, if not advanced features of the big three AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon networks, but at half to a quarter of the cost. And so I wanted to go over that today because that is a big thing that is happening right now. And honestly, with the way the economy has been and just the fluctuation of pricing, having these options is essential. And I think it's great to see more of that in this industry. So I wanted to go over one particular carrier, and it's the one that I use currently right now. The carrier is called Visible Mobile, and they're actually owned and operated by Verizon. So it's really interesting that they offer a prepaid opportunity for customers, even though they have their actual company that you can go to them directly for. So I wanted to go over them today, who they are, what plans they offer, and the cost, because you'll be amazed at the prices that you get now with these prepaid plans. In the past, there used to be this reputation for prepaid companies being really cheap and not having good network connections or good coverage and everything, but that's really transformed. We're seeing so much better coverage now. They match or even exceed in some situations, certain scenarios at half to a quarter the cost. And so I just want to share my experience with Visible Mobile with you guys and just go over what they have to offer and everything. And so, yeah, let's talk about it. Now, I want to make something clear. I'm not sponsored by them. I am doing this on my own accord. I just wanted to share my experiences and my thoughts about the network and the carrier. And so it's just something that I really wanted to share. And plus, I really saved a lot of money going through them. So it's just something I thought I'd share with you guys and give you an overall breakdown of what they offer and who they are. So that way, if you decide you want an opportunity to do that, you're more than welcome to take advantage of that, knowing the information that I'm going to share and everything. So absolutely, like it's just why not share the good news on saving money these days, considering how economic times can be at certain periods of time. So, but let me go into Visible Mobile. So basically, they're what they're called an MVNO. So that stands for Mobile Virtual Network Operator. So what it is that they don't have a physical storefront. They all operate exclusively, primarily online or via phone. And so basically, the only way you can sign up is you have to go online or call in essentially to sign up. And so it makes the costs of basically their overhead very, very low. And so they also basically purchase licenses from the big three carriers. So whether it's AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile, so they go through them to get whatever network access they need to sell to their customers specifically. So it allows them to offer a lower cost alternative to the big three in terms of being able to get network access for the customers. So that's who we've been using, and we've used them now, I would say, for the past month and a half, I would say, since we switched. So me and my wife, we both used to be on AT&T, and we decided to switch over because the cost of being on AT&T was just really high between her and I. We were paying approximately between 110, 120 every single month for just the two of us. And I work from home primarily, so there's no reason for me to be paying these high costs for such low usage on the network and everything. And she right now is not traveling too much or anything like that for work, and so we just wanted a good quality network that works primarily in the metropolitan area, but also could be good for travel and in the future international travel if we need to do that. So I did a lot of research and just looking around back and forth and came across Visible. And what's great about Visible is that they are owned by Verizon. And so the advantage of one of those MVNOs being owned by Verizon is that in this case is because you get the same tower access as the main carrier specifically. And so researched it, looked at what it offered and everything, and decided to switch to it. And it was really, really easy. Surprisingly, very, very easy. It's actually one of the easiest switches I've ever done from one carrier to another. So basically, I just had to download their app, put it on our devices, and we went through the porting process, had everything that we need, like our account number, our transfer pin, and it was super, super easy. Surprisingly easy. We got it all done in a few minutes, and we were already on the network like that right away. And so that's been a great experience to start right there. So that was a great first impression for us. And so now the question is, what about the network access? How's that experience? Is the speed slow? Are they okay? And the answer to that question is they're all great. They've been fantastic. They match or even do better in some cases than AT&T did in our area. And speaking of money, how much does Visible cost? That's the big question. And so, like I mentioned earlier, between me and my wife, we were paying $110, $120 every single month for our unlimited plan service. But on Visible, when we switched over, Currently, together, we're paying just $68 right now. And that is an incredible deal. And we're getting all the same unlimited perks that we got with AT&T, but for literally half the cost. Now, we are on a promo specifically, and I will go over that in a little bit here, but I want to go over the standard prices of the Visible mobile network because even those prices, even without the promo, is still incredibly competitive. And so you'll definitely see no shortage of great cost savings right there if you're coming from one of the big three in particular. And so Visible Mobile offers three specific plans, and the names are very basic. It's Visible, Visible Plus, and Visible Plus Pro. And so each of them all have unlimited talk, text, and data, and unlimited hotspot, which was a huge thing for me. I said, wow, that's a great opportunity right there to get unlimited hotspot as I need it. And so I took advantage of that as well. And so all that to say, unlimited talk, text, and data. Now, the type of data that you get will depend on the plan that you pick specifically. And so all three, while unlimited, only the Visible Plus and Plus Pro plan specifically have what's called priority data. So basically, no matter how much data you use, it won't get slowed down if there's like a network increase or congestion on the network. You are given priority data specifically. And so those two plans are the ones that we went with. I went with the Visible Plus Pro, and my wife went with Visible Plus. Now, what other perks come with those? Now, with those two plans as well, you get what's called the International Day Pass added to your plan every single month. And so every month, my wife gets 1 day of International Day Pass included as part of her plan. And then me, I get two. So basically, by the end of 12 months, she'll have banked 12, I'll have banked 24. And so if we decide to travel internationally, then we'll actually be able to use those passes to basically travel internationally and not have to pay roaming charges or we don't have to necessarily get a local SIM card to work over there because we have these passes that give us coverage of what we need for our usage on the network. And so that's another perk that comes with this plan as well. Like I mentioned before, we also have unlimited hotspot. Now it's interesting how they do the hotspot plan. So all three plans come with hotspot. Now the base plan comes with what's called 5 megabytes of unlimited hotspot. So it's pretty slow, not the fastest, but it's doable if you're going to do basic web surfing or if you're going to do just your maybe even like just standard definition video streaming. Probably would not try anything at 4K, anything like that. There'll be a lot of buffering for sure. But you could do your basic web browsing and some standard online stuff that is pretty low usage when it comes to data. And then how they tier it up is that the next tier, which is Visible Plus, they double the speed of the unlimited hotspot. So on Visible Plus, you get 10 megabits of hotspot speed. And then on the next tier, they go up another 5 megabytes. So on Visible Plus Pro, you get 15 megabytes of hotspot data. And so basically, the higher you go in your tiers, you get a better version of the perks that all three come with specifically. So I have the Visible Plus Pro. My wife has Visible Plus, like I mentioned earlier, and so she gets 10 megs. I get 15 megs of hotspot, and I've utilized the hotspot, and it works really good. It's I use it mostly for just connecting like other iPads, other devices, and things like that, and it works just great. And then the other aspect of these plans is your network streaming capabilities, and so that's based on the cellular network. How high of a quality can you stream your video content on these devices based on the plan that you're on? So in the case of Visible, your baseline Visible plan, you get up to 480p DVD quality streaming. So just one streaming level that's available for that one specifically. Now, when you go up to Visible Plus, it actually tiers out between two different quality options. So because on the top two Visible plans, you actually get access to what's called the 5G ultra wide network, which is the highest quality network available on the 5G network. So basically what it is if you're on the 4G LTE or 5G networks, you get 720p streaming on the Visible Plus plan. But if your network is accessing the 5G ultra wide network specifically, it bumps that up to 1080p streaming. So you get a higher quality streaming capability when you're watching video content on the cellular network. Now, when you bump up to Visible Plus Pro, it gets even better. So if you're on the 4G LTE or 5G networks, you get 1080p standard streaming as part of your streaming capability on those two networks. But if you're on the 5G ultra wideband network, you actually go up to 4K streaming. So you get some really good quality video streaming that comes from that specifically. So really great streaming capabilities on these devices and on these plans. And so it's really nice to see the kind of quality content that you can get based on these price points. And actually, let's go over those price points while we're thinking about it. So your base Visible plan is typically going to be $25 a month. So And that's it. No taxes, no fees or anything like that. That's all included in that price. That's one perk about prepaid plans that I'm noticing is they tend to include taxes and fees in the prices. So there's no surprises or anything like that whenever you set up. You know exactly what you're paying for when you see the price. And then your next tier, the Visible Plus plan, you're looking at about not about exactly $35 a month specifically. And so again, you get all the perks of the base plan, but then you're doubling your hotspot, higher resolution video streaming. You get a international day pass every month banked into your account. And then in the case of the Visible Plus Pro plan, it's going to be $45 a month. And again, that's it. That's the price. No taxes, no fees on top of that. That is all included in that price. And of course, you bump up your hotspot plan to the highest speed available, but still unlimited. You go to up to 4K video streaming, and then you get 2 international day passes every single month that you can bank and use when you travel internationally. Oh, and another thing is all these plans also come with roaming in Canada and Mexico, and you get up to 2 gigabytes of high speed data. And after that, it's still unlimited, but it's slower data speeds. They say it's 3G level, so that's like super basic. You're talking, basic web browsing using Google Maps to get to places, and that's about it probably. So don't expect to do any kind of video content or anything like that or video streaming on 3G if you decide to try to use that after you use your 2 gigabyte allotment. Now, what's nice is that's 2 gigabytes per day, not per month. So it resets the next day if you happen to be traveling out and about in Canada and Mexico. And so you don't have to worry about being stuck with slow speed the whole time after you hit your 2 gigabytes. You're just going to have to wait until the next day to get a reset of the high speed allotment. So those are the big things about Visible that you get with those plans, and I strongly recommend them. I really think they're a great carrier. They definitely offer a lot of bang for the buck, and I really enjoyed using them so far, and hope to continue using them for a little while because they really do provide a lot of great value for the perks that you get. And so it's been a really great experience. Their app is super easy to use, even though they don't have any brick and mortar stores to go to. Their customer service online is fantastic. I've had great experiences with them, and so I really enjoy trying out these new carriers and checking it out because there's just so much going on in these industries. It's really amazing. I never knew until recently just how big that industry is and how so much is going on and just how competition and just all kinds of things that are being done in that industry has really transformed that area. So just these are my thoughts, and I really just wanted you guys to know because I think if I can help you guys save some money, then why not? So I also wanted to mention I had said earlier that what we're paying sounds less than what those costs combined on those plans would be, and that's because right now, through September 8th, they have a promotion that basically takes $6 off each of those plan costs for 12 months. And so right now I'm paying for the top tier plan, the $45 plan. I'm only paying $39, and then for my wife's plan, instead of it being $35, it's $29. So right now, basically this week, consider these plans because at that price, it makes it even a better deal. So we're talking, and then if you want to do the base plan, I don't know why you want to do that plan, but some people they want to go as low as cost as they can. That's $19 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. You just can't beat that. That's incredible. And you still get access to Verizon's network. It's still good quality. You're not losing out by that discount. So those are things to consider, if you're thinking about switching or moving into another carrier and been wanting to make changes and everything. So yeah, I think those are going to be great options for people that want to still have a good network connection but still want to pay much less. So think about that and let me know what you guys think. If you have questions about Visible Mobile, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. I definitely have had great experience with them and really been enjoy using them and recommend them. So, but thanks for hearing me out today on this. I know this is a bit of a different topic from your typical smartphone and different brands of smartphone, but I really like checking out other aspects of the technology industry, and this is definitely one of the newer ones that I've been definitely delving into, and I really enjoy it. So, but if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. You'll see more content coming, not just in this area of technology, but all different kinds of areas as well. And hit that notification bell so when new videos come out, you'll be notified about that and continue to receiving great content from me. I love talking about this stuff, so there's more to come. Leave a comment if you want to chat about what we talked about today or have questions or want me to check out other carriers. I'm more than happy to do that and check out and see what they got. So I'm excited to share these things with you guys. So thanks again for hearing me out today, and thanks for coming to the Tech Talk. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.